So for those who are following me and have been my subscriber for a long time, or who have been following me through Facebook and Instagram, you all know that we've been waiting for a baby, or we've been waiting to be pregnant for almost 7 years after we got married. So we've decided to try having a baby when we were still in Singapore, and then when we moved here in Australia, we finally decided to just, give our 100% of our everything just to conceive. Anyway, before anything else, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Misunderstood Cheeky. In this video, I will tell you our struggles when we're trying to conceive, our experience, and the rewards. Moving here to Australia, life here is more relaxing and more laid back. If we will compare it to Singapore, when we're still residing in Singapore, it's actually a very busy life. Excuse me if you will hear the bug making sounds in the background, but I will try my best to minimize that background noise. But yeah, as I was saying, if you'll compare it to Manila, Singapore, and here in Australia, life here is very laid back and everything is very relaxed. The government is trying their best to make our lives easier here in terms of benefits, salaries, and the provisions. On a negative note, it is actually far from Philippines, and of course, being far from Philippines, the support that you will need from your family is going to be very difficult as well. So COVID happened, and aside from us being far away from our family, also made us difficult for them to fly them in here if we ever needed help after pregnancy. But human as we are, we tend to cope and we tend to manage the situation we're in. I always remind myself that before there weren't any nannies, or my mom used to take care of us when we were still younger. I have 2 other siblings, an older one and a younger one, and knowing that my mom does everything in the house, cooking, washing, and all of the house chores, I tried to brave myself by reminding myself that if my mom can do it, then I should be able to do it, since I'll be only taking care of Noah. Aside from that, because of the technology that we have right now, such as vacuum cleaners, washing machine that will dry clothes after an hour, you don't need to hang it anymore. It's actually the experience that we had when we were trying to conceive and we were trying to decide on when, where, and how are we going to conceive. So going to the struggle after birth, after birth, a lot of things are going to be in your mind. And then there's this thing that they call postpartum depression, which everyone is now aware of. And well, I'm not saying that I had it. For me, my struggle was more on the waking time in the middle of the night. It is actually different when you want to wake up or you just want to binge watch something from Netflix and you sleep 3 a.m. in the morning. It's also different when you want to go to the toilet and just pee. It is totally different when you wake up in the middle of the night because of a crying baby and you have to feed him for 2 hours or so, and after that you have to put him to sleep again, and then another 2 hours it's gonna happen again and again and again. It's not that I'm complaining, but that's part of the struggle that I had when Noah was born. For the first few weeks, it was a struggle. So my suggestion on first-time moms, it might try to help you if you're going to look for TV series that you can binge while breastfeeding, or a book that you can read. Currently, I'm reading the Bridgerton series through my Kindle.
I burn for you.
And at the same time, if you want to watch TV series, Lorelai and Rory Gilmore helped me a lot during those times. Made me finish the whole TV series while breastfeeding, which is actually the time that you'll have. So if you also want to put it on your devotion time or reading the Bible, then that'll help you as well. Another struggle that I had was my milk production. So we decided to try to do breastfeeding with Noah. At first, I was topping up with formula and I was having trouble breastfeeding. If you are a mom, you're familiar with bruised nipple, stretched, bleeding, and all that. Excuse me if I've been saying that N-word so many times, but it is true. At the same time, you're also worried if your bub is getting the milk that he needed. So I went to a lactation consultant. with the hospital where I gave birth, and it's actually free. So they taught me on whatever the things that I need to do to rev up my milk supply. Well, that's for another vlog. If you're interested on it, just stay tuned and I will be making another vlog on how to boost your milk supply. It's actually stressful and disappointing because you wouldn't know if you have much, but yeah, the lactation consultant helped me a lot. One of the struggles as well that I've experienced was I am very limited on doing house chores because after giving birth, I had a normal delivery, but there was some tearing. So my midwife actually suggested me to just stay upstairs or to just stay in the living room. So my husband, Alan, is the one who's doing all the house chores like laundry, cooking, washing the bottles for Noah and whatnot. But that was actually one of the struggles for me. Same time, the baby developed jaundice. So the baby actually wasn't born with a jaundice, but he developed it because he wasn't getting enough milk for me. As I've said, my milk supply was very low. That's why we're topping up formula. And we have to give him vitamin D drops. Up to now, we're still giving him that. And I think we're gonna give it to him up to he is a year old. If I'm not mistaken, I have to double check that from a friend who's also a pediatrician. And since we're already in this sector, I want to make a shout out to my friend who is Noah's go-to pediatrician, Doc Nell. Shout out to Doc Nell. Thank you for always helping us and for answering all of my queries, questions in the middle of the night, for always there to support us. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it, and we promise that we'll give you Jollibee when Jollibee arrives here in Melbourne. So what are the rewards? For us, after 8 weeks of having Noah, then comes your rewards. So the smile that you get, he's becoming more active. Noah became active after 8 weeks. He also had more waking hours, which more waking hours means more playtime with you. And aside from that, he gives a lot of smiles for mom and dad. That smile is actually very rewarding for me. It just gives you the strength to go on and to persevere. Truly, it is not very easy to being a mom, and a lot of people are saying that I'm very lucky for being a full-time mom, but there are times that I still think that going to work is still easier than being a full-time mom. You go to work, you get a salary, and you just work 8 hours a day. But being a mom, it's actually a 24/7 job, and you don't get anything. You don't get any salary. But of course, the reward itself is us having the baby. And Noah is actually a very loving baby. And as I've mentioned, he smiles, and the hugs that you'll get from him is actually the reward and the payment that you will get for being a mom. After 8 weeks, I also get to manage to do some exercise. So it's actually one of the rewards that I also look forward to, because I'm not actually like a very active person, but I tried to be. We have to be healthy for our loved ones, and we also have to be healthy for ourselves. And if we are not healthy and if we're not exercising or whatnot, then our body won't be able to handle all those waking hours in the middle of the night and carrying our baby and all the house chores that we need to do. If you're interested, I'm actually going to put down some links in the description box on what are the exercises that I'm doing. You can share this to your mom friends who are actually trying to lose weight as well. Currently, I'm 3 months postpartum, and I'm not in a hurry of losing all these baby weight, but gradually I'll be able to. So if you think that this will help a lot of moms, then please do share this video. Another exercise that I am doing is a Kegel exercise, so it'll help us with our incontinence. Well, especially me. It will help me with my incontinence. And you'll gain back the muscle control that you need down there. So anyway, to sum it all up, being a mom, as I've mentioned, is not an easy journey, and you're going to have to do this for a very long time. You need a support group if you're actually living far away from your home country. So for us, we have our church friends, and at the same time, we have the community to support us with the other moms here in the community. They actually share some activities that the moms and the baby can do together, which actually helps me to bond with Bub. And at the same time, I will have a normal social life and not just being stay-at-home mom for like 7 days a week. It's also important to to reach out to other moms. Like if you have friends who are overseas, or since your family are overseas, it's important that you reach out to them, talk to them, send them a text message, encourage one another, encourage other moms. Actually helps. And yeah, that's what I've actually been doing to avoid being, as what they call, depressed while just staying at home. Just always remember that if you are feeling down and all, remember that God will not give you this kind of struggle or this hurdle that you can't surpass. And remember, you will always have that little baby to carry, to cuddle, to play with, and that itself is already a reward. Here's the little Bob, and before we go, we just want to thank everyone for watching my YouTube channel again. And if you have any questions or if you have any comments, please comment down below. If you have any encouraging words to say to other moms, also please do comment it down below. It is very heartwarming to know that other moms supports new moms, and yeah, it's such a good feeling. Thank you again for watching my channel, Misunderstood Cheeky, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also ring that bell for notification for new ones. I'll be uploading fortnightly, and you have a great day. Cheers guys, bye.